Flight attendants, what's the most heartwarming thing you've witnessed on a flight? I never expected a 7-hour delay would lead to one of the most beautiful moments of my career. It was a nightmare scenario. Mechanical issues had stranded us in Chicago during a snowstorm. The terminal was packed with frustrated passengers, and we'd already made 3 gate changes. Tempers were flaring as our departure time kept getting pushed back hour after hour. Among our passengers was a young woman, maybe 25, who'd been quietly crying at the gate since our first delay announcement, not making a scene, just silently wiping tears while staring at her phone. As a flight attendant for 12 years, I've learned when to approach and when to give space. When we hit the 5-hour delay mark, I finally went over with some water and tissues. She showed me her phone. She was supposed to be surprising her sister by being there for the birth of her first child. Her sister had gone into labor early, and with each delay she was missing more of this once in a lifetime event. She doesn't even know I was coming, she explained. I was going to just walk into her hospital room. More tears followed across the gate area. An older woman had been watching our conversation. She approached us, introduced herself as a retired labor and delivery nurse, and asked if the sister was on a video call with anyone in the delivery room. When the young woman nodded, the nurse said, "Let me help, I've got an idea." The nurse asked if we could use the gate desk microphone, and as the gate agent I made an unusual announcement. If there are any doctors, nurses, or parents in the gate area willing to help create a special moment, please come to the desk. What happened next still gives me repulse 30. Some people formed a semicircle behind the young woman as she face-teamed her brother-in-law in the delivery room. The retired nurse guided everyone when to cheer and offer encouragement. A doctor provided medical reassurance. Paris shared quick words of wisdom. The young woman introduced herself to her sister through tears. I am still stuck in Chicago, but I brought a whole delivery team with me for the next hour. Our gate area transformed. Strangers held the phone when the young woman's arm-tired business travelers offered chargers to keep her phone alive. A tech-savvy teenager helped fix the spotty airport TIFR. 3 different grandmothers took turns reminding the sister to breathe through contractions. The entire gate area erupted in cheers when we heard the baby's first cry through the phone speaker. High-fives and hugs spread through a crowd of people who'd been glaring at each other just hours before. When we finally boarded our flight at 1 a.m., passengers who'd normally rush to claim overhead space instead stepped aside to let the new aunt board first, showering her with congratulations. As we finally took off, a passenger stopped me in the galley. I was ready to write a scathing complaint about this delay, she confessed. Now I am going to write about how your airline brings people together. I didn't correct her. It wasn't the airline that created that magic. It was the simple recognition that behind every frustrated traveler is a human being with a story, a birth being missed, a funeral they're trying to reach, a homecoming they've been counting down to. Sometimes the most beautiful human connections happen in the most uncomfortable circumstances. All it takes is someone brave enough to share their vulnerability and someone kind enough to respond.